Did you see?
Okay.
But otherwise, I tried to keep them up to me that night.
The way you're doing it, I think it's fantastic.
Sort of like.
Parents, thorough.
You just did.
Thank you for doing that.
Oh,
Are you getting used to all the new
He was super excited.
layout and stuff, getting?
And so,
Yeah.
I'm still not in that group.
Oh, I know you. Anyway, so.
You know, after you've been doing it for so long, it's just what, I have to find that new normal.
I like it too. I just know it's changes all the time. Did it for a long time.
She was happy to be there and then.
I know,
I'm so happy.
you know,
You know.
I know the pretty much how it works, but is
But yeah, the room was full.
when I wanna do something, then I've gotta stop and think, okay, how do I accomplish that?
Did you?
Because otherwise I just copy from one agenda to another agenda. Now, like next year, I just pull up the previous, because I go back to like, like April meeting, I'll go back to last year's April meeting, just to make sure we have the same thing.
Sure.
Well, what I'll have to do is just pull up last year's and then just update.
Because I wondered,
So that is just,
you know,
really useful.
so clear. I mean, it's a really good time.
Now, when did all of you get your notice of the public hearing? I got it last week and.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't
Okay.
like maybe Friday.
I would check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah. I got
wasn't,
it.
was it last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering, so what, everyone's got it or was I later?
I
Okay.
think I got ours
Gilbert.
got Tuesday.
Storytelling
Okay.
systems.
And like I said, I only had one phone call from a gentleman. But it wasn't I would call it a comment. He was just wanting to know if he needed to vote for this or not. And so I had to explain to him what it was, basically. He was very.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I get it.
Trying to get the facts. And then trying not to link it to a bond, and then trying to, trying to explain, he just wanna know, well, how much will my taxes go up? It may not go up. So just, and at the end of our conversation, I don't know, about 15 minutes, he was good. So I was like, okay.
Thank you for being thorough and taking that time.
Yeah, that's, it's so confusing.
It is, and it's new, like you said.
I mean, don't do a good job.
All right, 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and call this proposed tax notice public hearing to order. Roll call, please, Gail.
Josh is absent. Nathan,
Here,
Melissa, here, Mindy, here, Andrew.
Here.
Okay, all present except Josh.
Okay.
Josh is online.
Oh, Josh is there.
Awesome, okay, thanks, Josh. Sorry, didn't know you were there.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Josh is gone, so I'm going to read part of this statement because a lot of the statement has to do with speakers and we have nobody here. Is that correct, Gail, to speak? This public hearing is required as part of the district's certified budget. The notice provided to each resident shows the maximum total property taxes the district will adopt as part of the certified budget, which will be adopted on April 30th. The board secretary is hereby directed to enter any written comments into the record for this public hearing. And Gail, has there been any written comments?
None received.
If we had speakers here tonight, they would have 5 minutes to speak. We do not have anybody here, so I will go ahead. Again, no written comments, no oral comments, so I don't think we need to do anything else for this public forum. Unless Gail tells me otherwise.
Now, I provided some information to everybody and to the public about the history, what the proposed tax statement included, and just to answer some of the frequently asked questions that were kind of we've heard and that we were trying to get some clarification. But it's nothing that you guys haven't already heard. As of today, the SSA is not approved yet. So to protect the district, it is still at 6%. But we don't anticipate that to be the SSA going forward. So.
Hello.
All right.
Come on in. No, anywhere, do you want to speak at all? Have questions? Oh,
Come on in.
come on in,
Come on in. We'll get you some chairs.
Yeah. You want to grab those up there?
Yeah, I've got some here, so.
Gail, back to the SSA, you said, what should we hear on that?
Thursday, there was some action.
Yeah,
And it was, they kind of combined it all to the ADA.
yeah,
So right now, the proposed is 25.
okay,
And so we're talking about the history. There's some forms over there. You wanna, so the proposed tax notice is just basically, last session, House File 718, a new laws for anybody that collects property taxes. So the hearing tonight is regarding that. But the Gilbert's proposed is basically, this SSA is 0, right now. And so we're a proposal of 2.5. But the enclosed is actually 6% to protect the district. Whatever that SSA rate may be, that is also the amount of the our next hearing, which is going to be April 8th. So going forward, I don't know that this will change. But when the SSA rate is changed, then the legislation will change all of our budget documents. And then your levy can decrease, but you cannot increase it. And that's why we've set the proposed at 6%. Because if it does come at 2.5, it will automatically be reduced. But you cannot do the opposite, you cannot increase it.
sure. Perfect. Now that we have some attendees, which we didn't have before, it's a public forum. Feel free, if any of you want to speak, you have the right to speak. We are so glad you came. Just a couple quick notes on the public forum. You have 5 minutes to talk. We are not able to ask questions. We're just here to listen. But again, we thank you very much for coming. So if anyone has any questions on the proposed tax form that you received or the tax notice you received in the mail, feel free to let us know. And you can approach questions. Do you have any comments or questions?
I do need you to sign up.
Sign in. Yeah, if you can sign in quick, that'd be the only thing. Yep. We'll get you some time, so.
And there's documents over there. Okay.
And again, we are not voting on anything tonight. We are just here to listen. So, I know it's very confusing when people speak and we just got to sit here and be quiet. It's very hard for us to do. So.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, I'm so glad we put Nate down there on the end.
It's shared.
Figured out it was close proximity.
Had to represent. It's their last day in Iowa City.
I know, right?
Thank you.
That's right.
Well, if anyone feels, well, actually, I need to go through the board secretary and she will call it. We're very formal here tonight, so.
Need the list.
Did
The
anybody,
list.
yeah, did anybody,
They have to fill out.
they have to fill out the form.
Oh, they gotta fill out the
There's a
form to
they have to
speak.
fill out.
Oh, geez, Nathan, come on.
Right there.
Got it, this
Yeah.
form.
I think it's your name, address and something else.
Yes, I left it in the truck.
And
We've got.
you missed that part.
I missed that part. I didn't skip on, yeah, I missed that part.
Better to go back and read them.
All right,
I'm failing.
we clearly don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, we're new to this too.
You're
so-
pretty with us on this too.
This is all new.
Andrew, don't borrow this.
Oh, I know.
Hey, he's such a giver. Look at that.
Over here.
All right, I'll say. So I just give you one thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Here.
Okay, hands full.
Gail called on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gail will tell you.
So our first oral comment tonight will be Rich Nolan.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we know that the assessor is the one who is placing the value on our property taxes. But as you are creating and determining the budget, that impacts what our tax bill is. And so as inflation continues to increase, every family and every individual has to choose for their family budget, how they're gonna spend their money, and as taxes increase, families have to do that. this proposed budget increase impacts our family in a way that would be the same amount that the average family would pay for their groceries for a month. And that's something to consider as inflation increases, that families are having to decide what that looks like. And so families are making decisions how inflation impacts their budget and what they do with their money. And I'm just asking that you all do the same as well, you know, that impacts the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Caleb, Van Cleve?
Yeah, I would echo what you said also. I was talking with my neighbors across the street that own a daycare center. You know, both my neighbors own in-home daycare centers, and the cost of, with the increase in costs of the water, for instance, with the in town. I'm speaking from an in-town person because that's where I live. The water treatment plan, we still haven't paid that off yet. So like we've been feeling the increase in the costs just as a community goes. And obviously the schools makes up a big portion of our community in our town, like here. I just think there's a lot of people that are have seen increases go up in their property values because of that also, which that all has been getting assessed and increased in cost. I just, you don't wanna price the market out for people that wanna live here. Cause a lot of people, if they're, we had a big storm, the hailstorm, so like our insurance is gonna go up too. You know, so Gilbert, the community in town has been affected differently in the last 12 months than maybe ever before. So I know that a lot of people aren't gonna necessarily come to these types of meetings, but you might wanna consider the community, the Gilbert, this inside town is gonna feel it maybe more, just from an overhead standpoint. So, that's just what I wanted to say, I guess. So.
Thank you very much. Anyone else here want to speak? Anybody else open the door? All right, hearing none, we, again, no written comments, Gail, is that correct?
Not.
All right, well then, hearing no one else is here, I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Actually, I wanted you first.
Oh, yeah, you made the motion.
I made it, yeah, that's all right, I'll make it. I know.
I
I'm out of my-
Okay.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
Thank you very much.